Hi everyone! So I've just seen a really beautiful image of Adele, and she's just done the cover of Rolling Stone, and the image is beautiful and I just wanted to recreate it because I think a lot of you might like it. So it's kind of a classic Adele makeup really, a winged eye with kind of like a 60s defined socket and then like a nude sort of lip, so that's what I'm going to do. So to begin, I'm going to be taking some of this Beauty Flash Balm from Clarins. So you smooth this onto the face rather than rubbing, and it's supposed to kind of brighten and tighten your skin and act as a really good primer. Okay, so we have a layer of Clarins Beauty Flash Balm all over the face, and I have been using Estee Lauder Double Wear and MAC Studio Fix Fluid, all in a multitude of colours, but I heard that Pro Lumiere from Chanel could be getting discontinued, and I can't bear the thought of that, so I went and got myself another one. So that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to use this on a number 7 foundation brush, which is my absolute favourite. So Adele always has a really flawless base, and that's what we're aiming for with Pro Lumiere. So I'm going to take Studio Finish Concealer just to brighten under my eyes. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to be taking my MAC 263 brush. There you go. Now Adele's eyebrows are lightly filled in, but still kind of defined nicely and in a sort of natural shape. So for me, I'm introducing some red into my brows because of my hair colour. But just make the brow colour to suit you. Okay, so I've just followed the natural line of my brow and used a reddy brown to fill it in. And now I'll move on to the next one. Okay, so they're the eyebrows done for me. Moving on to the eyes. I've got my sleek Storm Palette. So it's the Storm Palette. And I'm going to take this light camely brown, just on a MAC 217, all over the lid. And if you've got darker skin, you just need to find a neutral base, or if you've got even lighter skin, like use a white maybe. Okay. So just a wash of colour all over the lid. Okay, then using the darker matte brown from the palette, I'm going to take that literally on the end of the 217, just tap some off with your finger, and start working that into the crease of the eye. Just really lightly. You see how gently I'm barely touching the eye. For a bit of extra depth, I'm going to take my MAC palette, and take Copperplate, which is this kind of grey colour here. Again, just on the end of the 217. I'm going to start in the middle. So it's just got a bit more depth to the eye. I'm also just going to run a bit of Satin Taupe underneath the eye. Just very gently. just so there's a soft haze of colour underneath the eye too. I'm then taking a white Chanel crayon in the waterline. Just to brighten up that waterline and make the eye appear bigger. Okay, and then for the liner I'm taking MAC's Blacktrack Fluidline. And a MAC 209 brush. So the best way I find is to start with a thin line and work your way up so you don't have to go back and take it all off again. So quite a rounded line to begin with, and then we're going to start working on the flick. So follow that guide that you've put in. So it's quite a large and quite a lifted flick you have at the outer corner. Okay, I'm going to add a touch of mascara to the top and the bottom. Oh, and this is Volume Million Lash from L'Oreal. Just a touch of mascara because we're going to be putting lashes on anyway. And a bit on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And I'm going to work on the cheeks. I don't have a peachy blush, so I'm going to be taking Bone Beige Sculpting Powder from MAC, which is this colour, on a MAC 109 brush, which is new and I love it. I've been wanting one of these 109 brushes for ages. So, put some product on, and we're going to work the product into this part of the cheek. So not quite the apple, but quite low, so it's sort of a contour and blush at the same time. And work it backwards onto the back of the cheek. So soft, this brush. It's amazing. I think this brush is probably just the right amount of peach that we need. Now for the lashes. I've got this pair from Eldora lashes, which I got at IMATS, and they're just kind of, they're long and flirty, but quite natural. Okay, so they're quite huge. Okay, so that's one lash stuck down, hopefully. Try and stick these ones on too. Okay, so while we wait for those to dry, I'm going to move on to the lips. And there's not a hint of pink in this, not sort of a rosy pink anyway. So I'm going to take Le Crayon du Livre Precision Lip Definer, and it's the colour Praline, or Praline Dior, and this is from Chanel. Show you the colour. Oh no, that's the brush one end. And that's the colour. So I'm going to sort of overline my mouth to make my lips bigger, like Adele's are. Okay, so I'm going to fill that in with Honey Beige from MAC. And then blend the lip liner into it. And then I'm going to put Hue over the top, also from MAC. I'm going to work it into the lips using my fingers too. Okay folks, so this is the finished Adele on the cover of Rolling Stone look, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm a huge fan of Adele. She's just took the world by storm the second time around with her second album, and it's a good time for female British artists, so it's exciting, and all of them tend to have good makeup, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching. See ya, bye!